Hey, so I forgot to talk about patch changes and channel changes. Well, here's a video on that. So we're gonna we got Mainstage set up right now I did 3 patch changes. So I got patch 1, patch 2, patch 3. You'll notice on attributes that program changes 1, 2, and 3. This is important as this is what will get Finale to change to the correct patch. If you have extra patches in your patch list on your concert, make sure those are either unchecked or not duplicating a program change. That is that. That one's pretty simple. So now we're going to go over to Finale, if I can find it. There it is. Now you'll see I've added in expressions for changing patches and a channel change. Here's how I did that. Go to Expression Tool. I'll do it on this line so I can show you the new other way. You can go to Miscellaneous category or create your own category through Edit Categories. And then create a new expression. I'll edit mine. So I named it patch 1 session strings so that the player would know what the sound is. If I were to just say you didn't give them the concert file to start with, then the performer could go in patch 1, create their patch with session strings as you want it. But obviously if you're doing all of this, you're probably going to be using your concert that you made. Either way, it helps to know what sound they're going to be hearing. Then go to playback. Instead of, it'll show up as none when you first create, go to patch, and then program change 1. And then you hit it. As long as you're on the right staff for the program change to go to Mainstage, the core MIDI will show up as the proper driver. So then you hit OK. You can hit assign. I already got it there, so I don't need to. Notice that it is a little bit before the start. That is to make sure that it happens before the notes start. Like this one, notice how it's before the downbeat of this measure. So I want that one to happen starting there. So it needs to happen before it so that it can send it send a MIDI to Mainstage to get that patch changed. So then I'll go look into this one. This one I just named Classic Clean for the guitar. Playback. It doesn't matter what your GM is or this one is, as long as your program change is 2 for your next one, and so on for patch 3, because it's still going to send a MIDI to Mainstage and use that sound, not the sound from Finale. So then the same thing can be done with channel changes. This one you have to make sure you have Kontakt or Aria player set up. So Kontakt 5. I've got the xylophone here ready in channel 3. That's what the marimba is going to change to. So got that in channel 3. And here I've got my expression happening before the downbeat. Created an expression called change to xylo. Playback, we'll change it to channel, and then whatever channel you're set at. In my case, 3. And that's how you do patch and channel changes. The difficult part for channel changes is if you're going to change if something has a transposition, if it's a transposing instrument, if it needs a different percussion MIDI map, or so on and so forth. For this, it's best to go to Utilities, Change Instrument, which I need to select one, change instrument, and change it in here. That way it'll do all the transposing for you as needed. So let's say we want to change it to alto. Weird change, but whatever. So now we've changed our trumpet to alto, which you'll see better if you don't display in concert pitch. It's now an alto. If you go to Score Manager, hit the drop down on that, you'll get your alto. Notice it's not the proper bus device, so I'd have to change that to bus 2, channel 2, and obviously have whatever bus it's going to have. Like mine is going to Aria player, so you got to go to Aria player, make sure it's on the proper setup to receive alto and play alto on that channel. And then same thing as if you're going to change your snare line to, I don't know, break drum, then you would go to do the same thing, change instrument, select, change instrument. Let's just change it to Doomback. So now we got our change, select, Doomback. It's on the proper channel or device. Channel you have to set up to whatever you're going to need it as, and then obviously your percussion MIDI map, set it to whatever MIDI map you need, and also your percussion layout. So it gets a little more complicated with percussion MIDI maps and transposing instruments, but it's doable. Just make sure everything's lining up with the instrument and MIDI map, percussion layout, channels. Just gotta make sure they all line up. Good luck with using patch and especially channel changes at times, since that's obviously a little more complicated. I was made aware I didn't talk about patch changes or channel changes, so here's my video. I hope it helps. Enjoy!